watching the News Hour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, 12 opposition parties wrote a joint letter to the Prime Minister giving 9-point suggestions on how to deal with the current COVID crisis in India. Among the many suggestions, the most important ones that related specifically to India's vaccination rollout is about a universal vaccination program that should be carried out free of cost, and that the centre should do central procurement of vaccines and then pass it on to the states. Now, while there is no doubt about the fact that the phase 3 rollout of the vaccination program has seen hiccups, as soon as these suggestions were put forth, the BJP hit back, questioning whether the opposition parties are being hypocritical when it comes to their stand on the centralization or the decentralization of vaccine procurement. Here's how. First, they quoted a letter written by former Congress President Rahul Gandhi. Remember, Mrs. Gandhi is one of the signatories to today's letter, which has said that the centre should do all the procurement from domestic and international manufacturers and pass the vaccines on to the states. However, last month itself, Mr. Gandhi had written a letter where he had said that states should have a greater say in matters of procurement of COVID vaccines. The second example quoted was that of West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Just a few days ago, she had written to the Prime Minister saying that she wants expeditious vaccination of all people of her state, which is why the state government wants to procure vaccines and the Prime Minister should facilitate the same. The third example is that of Maharashtra. Remember, the Shiv Sena is another one of the signatories to today's letter, where they have demanded that domestic production of the COVID vaccine should be ramped up. However, the Sena was put in the dock by the BJP when they reminded the party about how their government in Maharashtra did not allow Covaxin to manufacture, or rather Bharat Biotech to manufacture Covaxin in a Pune plant till the time that the court stepped in. That being said, the problem is very real and very present. Will we finally see a setting aside of political differences to find a concrete solution? What really is that solution? Can there be a point where all the procurement of vaccines is done by one authority alone, that authority probably being the centre? Or will this political back and forth, this game of smoke and mirrors, continue till a point where people will have appointments but they will have no vaccines?
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
All right, let me introduce to you our panel this evening. R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Ansh Singh Luthra, Advocate, Professor Manojit Mandal, Member of the Trinamool Congress, Anurag Bhadoria, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Tehseen Poonawala, Political Analyst. Let me start by asking you, Professor Mandal, first of all, why is there a change in stance? I just want to show you these two letters written both by Ms. Banerjee and both of them written to the Prime Minister of the country. On February 24, the West Bengal Chief Minister said, and I quote, "We feel it is important to reach out to people with rapid vaccination program immediately. Government of West Bengal has decided to procure adequate number of vaccines for members of public at large. We request you, the Prime Minister, to take up the matter with appropriate authorities so that the state government is able to purchase the vaccines from designated points on top priority basis." And today, she writes to the Prime Minister saying, why don't you speedily import vaccines? So what is the stand? And why has it changed?
Well, first of all, there is no change in the stand. I tell you that at that point in time, the pricing issue is not there. When Mamata wrote this letter in the month of February, the pricing issue was certainly not there. Now, as you know that, we moved the Supreme Court asking for a fair price, equal distribution of vaccines. That's the simple reason now you're finding the difference. Had it been at 150 rupees, equal price to all the states, would have no problem in procuring the vaccines. Now there are pricing issues in between, and the cases are there in the Supreme Court. So we have added ourselves as a party in that particular case, asking for the same price for all the governments, including the central government, in procuring the vaccines. And here, I tell you, The government of India has to make the negotiation. We cannot make the negotiation. In fact, the government of India is making the negotiation, but the pricing is different. We want to understand why the pricing should be different.
But in February you said we want to do the negotiations.
Yeah,
in the February letter you said we want to get the adequate number of vaccines for members of public, which meant that you wanted to negotiate.
It was certainly conditional because the central government was not giving us the adequate number of vaccines. So we said that if we cannot procure vaccines for us, let us do it. But again at the same price that you are purchasing. That is 150 per dose from Serum Institute or Bharat Biotech. That was the conditions. Now, after this order of 20%.
So now you don't want to negotiate directly with manufacturers.
It's extremely difficult.
Now you don't want to negotiate directly with the manufacturers.
It's extremely difficult. It has to be centrally done by the central government for all the state governments. For different state governments to make the negotiation with this kind of pricing, it is extremely difficult, I tell you, for the state governments. Because now it is the seller's market.
All
it
right.
is not
So
the
you
buyer's
are
market.
so you are saying that while the idea may have
oriented.
seemed good at that time, now you realize it's not very practical.
Ms.
RPC.
Joshi, market orientation has completely changed. Now it has become completely seller's market.
Right.
It is no longer the buyer's market. You have to take that into account as well.
Okay, it is no longer the buyer's market, and hence the
Absolutely
center
not.
must be the nodal authority, RPC, for procurement.
Padmaja, thank you. Padmaja, let's start with this, that health is a state subject. Let's underline this and keep this in mind throughout the debate and all debates which will come. And that's why they were chest thumping and saying, please go through the letter word by word. They were said, we negotiate the price. We'll decentralize the pricing, the vaccination. It was they who were asking for it, not us. And once it has been done, now they feel, oh, we are in trouble. How can we do this? No, it's not possible. I mean, till yesterday you were saying something. Even Rahul Gandhi for that regard, he was the one who said no, don't put lockdown, and he said no, put lockdown now. So Rahul Gandhi said something on vaccination. Sonia Gandhi said something else on vaccination. And they keep changing stands. But anyhow, I mean, that has to work together. States and center has to work together, accept this. And whatever help center can extend, the center will surely do that. But ultimately, it is the state subject. Health is a state subject, and then they should
10 seconds
take initiative. Give me a second, sir. You wrote a letter in February, sir. You should have taken initiative in February, March, April. You were sleeping. And you can't say that we are contesting election. Even though you are contesting election, still you are the acting chief minister.
So now you're saying it's a state subject. Okay, let's address that, Professor Mandal. No, wait a second. There's no need to bicker. Let's do this sensibly.
Yes.
Professor Mandal.
It has always been a state subject. The center did not understand in the month of April 2020. Public health is a state subject. We all know that is the constitutional mandate. But the center has been interfering in this state subject for the last 1 year or so. Why suddenly they are backing out? Because now the cases are beyond their control.
You didn't accept it.
That's the simple reason. But sir, I tell you, in this country, immunization has been universally controlled by the central government. No. We have, please let me complete my point. We have seen other kinds of mass immunization, which was always done by the centers, not by the state government. It was the center will provide the vaccines to the states, and state will do the needful. That's what we wanted. That's what I still want, because now again I repeat, the market is now completely driven by the sellers, not by the buyers.
Health is
You
not
can't buy the
Okay,
vaccines.
fair enough. And RP saying it is all very well to say that everyone did their bit of politics. My point is, today you've got these 12 parties, some of whom are in government across the country in various states, saying, आप हमें लेके दो. तो उन्होंने जो पहले बोला, why can't that be set aside and आप इन्हें लेके दीजिए? The fact is there is a shortage. You cannot deny it. In the last 11 days, less than 25 lakh people in the category of 18 to 44 years have got the vaccine. Less than 25 lakh. There is a shortage, right? Please augment supplies.
Okay. Now, you have quoted a figure of vaccination in particular days, in certain particular days, but put together is 17 crore plus. It's not that it's a small figure.
Sir,
and it has been done.
we know it is 17 crore. But you are talking about overall vaccination. In phase 3 of the people who are vulnerable between the ages of 18 to 44 years, only 25 lakh, in fact less than 25 lakh, have got the vaccinations. And the fact is that the health minister today may not have said it in so many words, but pretty much phase 3 has been put on hold. Because he said that states should prioritize second dose for those who are 45 and above. So आप खुल के बोल दीजिए to people who are between the ages of 18 to 44 कि आपको नहीं मिलेगी वैक्सीन. और अगर उनको वैक्सीन मिलनी है तो आप बताइए किधर से मिलेगी वैक्सीन.
Padmaja, vaccine is not like you go to a sweet shop and buy something or you start manufacturing it overnight. There were the hesitancy on the part of the political parties. They led to that hesitancy among the people, and then including Shashi Tharoor, including Rahul Gandhi, including Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. ये तो बीजेपी की जैब है, बीजेपी की वैक्सीन है, हम नहीं लगाएंगे. And they told their people not to do that, and that's the reason that initially there was hesitancy among the people, even the front, the warriors, the front warriors. There was a problem, and then now since it is people
okay, so now you talk about Rahul Gandhi. So let me bring in Tehseen Poonawalla, because this unfortunate cat and mouse, the distressing thing is that at times it feels we are ready to cut our nose to spite our face. As long as people can make a political point, if people are suffering, let them suffer. Let me quote to you now, Mr. Poonawalla. Just a second. Let me quote to Mr. Poonawalla. Mrs. Gandhi today was a signatory to this letter that has been written by 12 parties, Tehseen Poonawalla. Yet on the 8th of April, here's what Mr. Gandhi wrote. When he wrote to the Prime Minister, centralization and individualized propaganda are counterproductive. I humbly request you to give state governments a greater say in vaccine procurement and distribution. This was written barely a month ago. Tehseen Poonawalla.
That's true.
Why?
That's true.
At that time you were saying give states a greater say. Today you're saying states can't do it. Sorry.
You're absolutely right, Padmaja. And it's a very intellectual debate. I just have one request. Please ask nobody to interrupt or speak over me because your viewers won't be able to hear. You will remember, Padmaja, I also moved Supreme Court on this issue, but then on the same day I moved Supreme Court, the Centre opened it up. The Honorable Judge had not come, and this was one of my pleas that states should have a greater say. You're right on that. But please let me take you to what happened. It's slightly, it'll be a slight process, but hear me out. Bear with me. Padmaja, health is a state subject, but Mr. Modi, since March 2020, via the Disaster Management Act and the Epidemic Act, has taken over a state subject and is controlling it centrally. In December, Pfizer and Moderna both wanted to come to India with the other two vaccines, that is Covishield and Covaxin, which are manufactured in India. Pfizer was not given permission by the central government and Moderna was not given permission for no scientific reasons whatsoever. And that is why the population between 18 to 44 today have been left out. I will come to that point a little later. We wanted states to have a greater say in getting the vaccine. As of now, with me in my phone is the letter of A. Singh Joji written to Aadhar. Aadhar is a friend. Chhattisgarh needs 50 lakhs doses. Today I was speaking to Sanjay Singh Ji. He said, please, can you connect me to Aadhar? We need vaccine. This Aadhar cannot increase his production, and that's not Aadhar's fault. He can only produce the 2 crore vaccines or whatever that he needs to produce. He can produce per month. The central government has not helped in increasing capacity in the beginning. That should have happened at the other institutes when Maharashtra was asking for Bharat Biotech to do it. Number one. Number two, when you funded these two companies 3,000 crores of your money and my money to increase capacity, which the central government did late, why did you not put a cap on the vaccines, even a paracetamol as a maximum lethal price? The central government completely goofed up there. And to my third point, and I come back to the Pfizer point, had we, for no other reason except for one man wanting his picture on the vaccination certificate, allowed Pfizer and Moderna, and I'm very close to the Pfizer people, to come into India in December, more of our population, especially our younger population, would have been vaccinated, and we would not have seen so many deaths.
No,
the reason that they give, we don't have the reason that they give.
Okay, just a second. First of all, Pfizer has very individual problems about not doing bridge trials, etc. So this is not the forum to talk about one particular brand or one particular medicine. Tehseen Poonawalla,
Can I correct you, Padmaja? Can I correct you on that? Pfizer was given the exception of not doing bridge trials even now. So if you had to give them the exception, you could have given it in December when they were ready to give their phase 1, phase 2 data, which was peer-reviewed by no less than Lancet. You didn't do it, and you did it now. Whose mistake is
Okay,
it?
so the
Padmaja?
vaccine strategy was very ill thought out, is Tehseen Poonawala's point.
Absolutely.
But you still haven't answered my question that this chit bhi meri, pat bhi meri argument of the Congress
want to buy.
is incomprehensible.
I want to buy.
If Mr. Gandhi wants a greater say for the states in the month of April, why are all the states washing their hands off the issue in May?
Because I want to buy the vaccine. I have the letter for order in my phone now from T.S. Singh. Give me 50 lakh doses. Where will he give it to me from? He doesn't have the capacity. The central government should have thought that this capacity should have been increased in December. Padmaja, you, I, everyone on this panel, our population is 130, 140 crores. Into 2 doses, we require 280 crores. Why didn't the Prime Minister do this simple math?
Your chief minister rejected the vaccine, sir. The reason is your chief
Just a
minister
second,
rejected
just
the
a
vaccine.
second. Let's get a legal opinion on this. Just a second, because I want to bring in everyone. This can't be a back and forth tutu meme. We need to bring in the DMK and the Samajwadi Party also. But before that, Ansh Luthra. So the issue over here is who is best placed legally, because health is a state subject, yet the center is being asked to do all the vaccine procurements.
So see, we must realize that the virus is apolitical. It is not concerned about what A party wants or what B party wants or whether it will infect A party or B party. It is absolutely apolitical. It will affect everybody, whether you are an Indian citizen or a foreign national or a member of A party or B party. We must realize that nobody is safe till everybody is safe, and hence vaccine production augmentation should be our priority today. Now, the Supreme Court in this regard, with regard to the central procurement and state procurement issue, has said that this policy may not stand the test of Article 14 and Article 21 being right to equality and right to life. And hence the center must look into it again. Procurement centrally and distribution locally is what the Supreme Court has said we should look into. This will not only lessen confusion, but will also drive synergy. Now, with regard to increasing production...
So that's as far as the legal point is concerned. I hope you got that, RP Singh. Even the Supreme Court has said that this is against the right to equality. Now let me bring in the DMK. Yes, Mr. Saravanan, why at this point has everyone decided to say that the center is best placed? Could this demand not have been made sooner and say, all right, we are all now going to set aside our political differences and make the center the nodal procurement authority?
See, this is not something which is coming up now. What has happened is how the central government has colossally failed. We are asking, you have set aside 35,000 crores. And what happened to the GST dues that is payable to the states? For the state of Tamil Nadu, the GST dues are still payable. So now we have made, please procure it centrally, even otherwise. That was a demand made to the central government. Even if the central government is not listening to that demand, our state, the state of TN, our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has announced today that global tenders will be floated for getting foreign vaccines, which have been approved in our country. The thing is, the Indian government, the central government, we still believe is better placed to negotiate and get.
So tell me this, if you are already floating a global tender, Mr. Saravanan, the state of Tamil Nadu, then why are you saying the center should procure? You are contradicting yourself. On the one hand, the state of Tamil Nadu is saying we will float a global tender. On the other, you are saying we can't procure, the center should procure. This is contradictory.
Yes. No, it's not contradictory, Padmaja. The fact is the central government has failed miserably. So we don't want to lose a chance. We don't want to rely on the central government because the central government cannot deliver. They are experts in delivering only election speeches. Apart from that, they can't deliver anything else.
But sir, again, you are giving such a confused signal. You are saying we will individually also procure, but we will also make the center procure. What is supposed to be the SOP? Here we are trying to look for a standard operating procedure and a unified response, and you are pulling in different directions.
No, we are not pulling.
Either the state of Tamil Nadu will procure it or the center will procure it.
Answer this, Padmaja. Let me answer this. See, we have looked out how the central government has acted in procurement of the vaccines. They have not fared well. They have deceived the Indian population. They have deceived millions of billion population. they were not able to procure the required number of vaccines. If we have started early in December, as pointed out by all the panelists, we could have done something. Today, England, there is not a single COVID case. They are celebrating that. That is because of vaccination. Where are we? And what happened to the 35,000 crores that belongs to every state? The finance minister said they have allocated 35,000 crores for procurement of the vaccine that belongs to every Indian. Why there is stone silence?
Well, sir, actually the 30,000 crore that has been set aside for the vaccine, all the vaccines which are being given, the 50% vaccine which is being taken from the manufacturers and are being given to the states for 45 plus is being bought with that money as well. Before you answer that, let me also get in Mr. Bhadoria for what his point is. Just a second, sir. Yes, Anurag Bhadoria. Anurag Bhadoria, can there be a setting aside of political differences if only for a period of 6 months so that everyone can sit across the table and say ये हमारी strategy है और हर कोई इसको agree करता है, कल को फिर उसमें नील नुक्ता नहीं निकालेंगे?
देखिए, बहुत सीधी सी बात है और पूरा हिंदुस्तान अब इस बात को समझ रहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी और केंद्र सरकार से चूक हुई है और सभी ने बोला है कि भाई जिम्मेदारी केंद्र सरकार की होती है वैक्सीन मंगाने की। बाहर से अगर वैक्सीन मंगानी है तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट उसको अच्छी तरह से उसकी पॉलिसी बना सकती है और अच्छी तरह से उसका निगोशिएट कर सकती है, लेकिन केंद्र सरकार क्यों नहीं करना चाहती? नोडल ऑफिसर क्यों नहीं, वो नोडल अथॉरिटी क्यों नहीं बनना चाहती? केंद्र सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है और अपनी जिम्मेदारी से क्यों भागना चाहती? एक बात। दूसरी बात, जब यहाँ पे हमारी कोवैक्सीन बन रही है भारत बायोटेक की, आप उसका कुछ लाइसेंस दूसरों को भी दे दो ना, तो जल्दी जल्दी बनेगा, जल्दी यहाँ वैक्सीन ज्यादा पैदा हो जाएगी। और भी बायोटेक कंपनी है, उनको दे दो, उनके साथ उनका टाई अप करा दो, जिससे कि आसानी से और लोग भी जल्दी जल्दी बना लेंगे, जिससे लोगों को वैक्सीन मिल पाएगी। जिस स्पीड से वैक्सीन लग रही है, अभी सिंह साहब कह रहे थे 2.5% लोगों को तो अभी लगी है डबल डोज। अगर आप ऐसे चलेंगे तो आपको 3-4 साल लग जाएंगे, तब तक तो यहाँ पे
आप कंपल्सरी लाइसेंसिंग की बात कर रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल, मैं तो बोलता हूँ लाइसेंस।
आप क्या दिखा रहे हैं आरपी सिंह? आरपी सिंह आपको कुछ दिखा रहे हैं?
नहीं, वो दिखा रहे हैं, फिर नहीं, मैं अपनी बात कह लूं फिर वो दिखाते रहे। उसके बाद मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं कि इतनी हम इस पे पॉलिटिक्स क्यों कर रहे हैं, या केंद्र सरकार इस पे इतनी पॉलिटिक्स क्यों करना चाहती है, क्यों इतनी डिबेट इस पे कराना चाहती है? अरे उसकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है। जब फरवरी में आपने बाहर की वैक्सीन यूएस की आ रही थी, आपने आने नहीं दी। अब चूंकि आप आने देना चाहते हो तो ठीक है, आने दो ना, लेकिन आओ ना, इंडिया में आनी चाहिए क्योंकि हमें जरूरत है वैक्सीन की। आप उसका इंपोर्ट करो, लेकिन भगवान के लिए आपने एक्सपोर्ट कर दी थी यहाँ पे 6.5 करोड़ वैक्सीन। अगर वो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं की होती तो कम से कम महाराष्ट्र और
अनुराग जी, अभी आपने बोला यहाँ पे कि हम राजनीति क्यों कर रहे हैं, फौरन से आप राजनीति के ऊपर आ गए। अगर राजनीति नहीं होती तो शायद हमारी आधी तकलीफें ही खत्म हो जाती। बट एनीवे, राजनीतिक पार्टियां तो राजनीति करेंगे, आप भी करेंगे, वो भी करेंगे।
नहीं, मैं राजनीति देखिए,
अगर राजनीति नहीं होती तो फिर अखिलेश जी इसको बीजेपी की वैक्सीन नहीं बोलते। कोवैक्सीन जब आ रही थी तो लोग ये नहीं बोलते कि कोवैक्सीन से हमें गिनी पिग बनाया जा रहा है। तो वो छोड़ दीजिए, ये फर्स्ट वी मडी वाटर्स विद द पॉलिटिक्स, देन वी ऑल साउंड लाइक महात्मा गांधी एंड से वी शुड नॉट do politics over issues like this. But anyway, compulsory licensing पे जवाब दीजिए। आरपी सिंह, talk about compulsory licensing. The fact is, you have explained today, and Ansh Luthra, and this is a point that has been made by everyone, Ansh Luthra will also explain the legal point of this. When you can give it to PSUs like Indian Immunologicals and NIV etc., when PSUs can manufacture Covaxin, why can't more companies be given the license so that the production is ramped up?
Before, I mean, you made a point on Akhilesh Yadav, but I still remember आज इनकी मर्दानगी दिख रही है। कल तक तो कह रहे थे कि आपकी मर्दानगी चले जाएगी, रिएक्शन लगवाएंगे आप। याद है आपके नेता कह रहे थे कि आपकी मर्दानगी चले जाएगी, इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाएंगे आप। तो सर, बड़ी मेहरबानी करिए आपने, और आप तब करिए, इधर आप शांत रहिए, थोड़ी चिंता हम करेंगे। आप सुनिए, करने क्या जाने, सुनिए, आराम से सुनिए। पद्मजा, as far licensing goes, see, it's not like making a sweet in a sweet shop. This vaccine is a different vaccine which has worked on a different platform, which goes from a live virus to dead virus, and then it works on that platform. Already government of India is talking to certain public sector who can do it, and then it will be probably known by another week's time. But let me tell you a positive point, Pratamaja. Positive point is
Anurag ji, please listen to the answer, because I think it will be important for you and everyone. सबके लिए जरूरी होगा ये। नहीं, आप कंपल्सरी लाइसेंसिंग के बारे में बताइए कि अगर और कंपनीज मैन्युफैक्चर कर सकती थी कोवैक्सीन को, तो ये पहले क्यों नहीं किया गया? आरपी सिंह,
मैं कहने कंपनी ऑलरेडी दोनों की प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाने की बात की गई कोविशील्ड की, कोवैक्सीन की, and by another month and a half, 30 crore vaccine, almost 25 to 30 crore vaccine will produce in India, including the vaccine which are coming from abroad. Covaxin, Covishield, and other vaccines like Sputnik and
No,
other
sir.
which are coming.
No, sir. According to your own government's affidavit, that figure is only 13 lakh. Only 13 lakh doses. 13 crore doses.
The production is
13 crore doses, and that too by July. We are not going to get 20-30 crore doses.
No, by July, and Madhma, I'll be there on your show. By July, it will be 25 plus crore doses per month or put together. It's already being worked out with various companies, and also at the international level, at the international level, WHO working in African countries working on the international patents also, and patent with Covaxin also. But as I said, it's not making a rasgulla or a gulab jamun at a sweet shop, but it is a process which is a technical process which needs lot of time which goes into it, and a lot of technicalities goes into it. And once it is done, surely. And then Government of India is seriously working on it. And I'm very sure.
Let's understand from Ansh Luthra how long this process takes. How long does this process take, Ansh Luthra, of compulsory licensing? And what is happening now? Could this have been done earlier? And could this have been done more?
Padmaja ji, I must inform you.
Yes, sir, I understand. But there is... Yes.
There are two ways to augment vaccine production immediately. One is compulsory licensing under Section 92 of the Indian Patents Act 1970, wherein after an official notification in the Gazette, the controller of drugs can grant these licenses to applicants who are willing and who have the capacity to manufacture. And in this case, I must also tell your viewers that Big Pharma's profit is not snatched away. They are given a small license fee. So it is not like we are stealing their hard work. Number two, voluntary licensing is a very low-hanging fruit because we must realize Covaxin is Bharat ka vaccine. It is made by the help of ICMR and NIV Pune, which are government institutes, along with obviously Bharat Biotech. And hence the owner of the intellectual property, the owner of the patent is no one else but the people of India, the government of India. And hence, this is a very low-hanging fruit. We can give licenses to any private entity and state entity. Now, in the Supreme Court, the government of India in its affidavit states that we are in talks with 7 to 10 PSUs. Why are we only in talks with PSUs? Why don't we open it up to people who have existing capacities? We have the installed capacity today as the vaccine factory of the world to manufacture 820 crore doses of vaccines, not just obviously not coronavirus, but they can be repurposed to manufacture coronavirus vaccines. Now, I must also tell you, some skeptics will say that, oh, this will take 6 months because you need biosafety level 3 facilities to manufacture Covaxin. I must tell you, and a very good step has been taken in this regard by the Honorable Bombay High Court, wherein an old factory, unused factory of Merck & Co. has been given to BioVet Limited to immediately start. It's a biosafety level 3 factory, immediately start Covaxin production. Similarly, it is easier to repurpose existing capacity and also take into account the idle capacity, which factory, there are 7 or 8 PSUs of the government of India which are lying idle since 2016. Why don't we start manufacturing there? Why don't we give it to private players?
Exactly.
And I must also...
So why just 3 PSUs? Why not more PSUs? Tehsil Poonawalla also wants to come in.
Just let me add one
I think everyone wants to add to this. Professor Mandal also wants to come in.
Just 10 seconds.
Just a second. Ansh, okay, 10 seconds. Ansh, 10 seconds, then Tehsil Poonawalla.
I must tell you why it is absolutely important today, because earlier we were thinking that the WTO will grant a TRIPS waiver in Geneva, but yesterday the chief of WTO, Nazoki Kanjo-Iweala, has said that even if this TRIPS waiver has to come, it will not come before December, and hence we must augment our own supplies today.
Exactly.
That's true. Padmaja, just to add
we
to
cannot
this,
be dependent on EU, we cannot be dependent on WHO. We have to augment our own production. Yes, Tehsil Poonawalla.
That's true. Padmaja, just to add to the speaker before me, he's absolutely right. We had to move the Honorable Bombay High Court to allow the vaccine company in Bombay to start manufacturing this, in Maharashtra to start manufacturing this, and with the court involved, the central government in the court. Please, sir, please. It's an intellectual debate. The central government... Ma'am, this has to be intellectual.
No, you just shut up, What intellectual? I mean, you're not saying it is your
No, but
Maharashtra government is
answer
underlying
this
that.
politically, because it's being said the Maharashtra government was the one not giving the permission for Bharat Biotech to use the Pune plant. Tehsil
So-called
Poonawalla.
intellectual
No, that's not.
with the horn
No,
in the
that's
head.
not true. That's not true. The Maharashtra government asked the central government said that they cannot do it. It is the central government that had opposed it. But I want to make a larger point. The Maharashtra
Another
government
lie.
has to move forward and have to say. But I want to make a
Another
larger
lie.
point out here. Please, can I be allowed to speak? I want to make a larger point out here. There are two more companies in India that are manufacturing the COVID vaccine. Both of these companies are in the phase 2 trials at the moment. One of them is based in Pune, the other is based in Gujarat. When I spoke to the owners of these companies, can they pre-book our orders like what America had done? The states, can they pre-book it now that it's opened up? So when you get the emergency authorization, states can pre-book the orders. They said, look, well, it's opened up for states to buy. We still don't have the authority to sell to states without note from the central authority or the health ministry. So you please understand that while you have two more companies,
I need him.
yes. So even now,
Sorry.
we
Go on.
don't
Yes,
have
finish
the-
your point.
Yes, yeah. So even now, states do not have the authority. These private companies don't have the authority to directly sell it to the state without a central law. So even now, as a state, if I want to buy something, I have to go to the central government. So all of this is just running around in circles, and ultimately it leaves me no choice but to come out with a
Around in
global tender.
circles. No,
and
answer this,
hopefully
RP Singh.
I can buy nothing.
Very, very valid, non-political question made. Why only 3 PSUs? Why not more PSUs?
Private party.
We are not holding. No. See, this is a technical. As I said, it's not a gulab jamun or rasgulla like Mr. Poonawalla says. I mean, he thinks he's only intellectual and he can make gulab jamun and rasgulla in a factory. And Mr. Poonawalla, just check your tail. That tail is going with every lie you speak. So, issue is, it's a technical thing and it has to be technically dealt with. And I differ with Mr. Luthra also here that it's not only legal part. So, whoever can do it technically, Government of India will allow that. And Government of India is already working on that.
Professor
Why are you
Mandal.
working on it now? Why
Sir,
did you work
nobody
on it?
suggested
I
it's a
think-
rasgulla, it's a vaccine
Sir,
and we need it
people are not
desperately.
buying no vaccine.
The point is that if you could do it with 3 PSUs, you can do it with
Ask
more.
your DJD,
Yes,
Professor
Mr.
Mandal.
Singh, you cannot hide behind the technicalities when there is a pandemic. You have got all the
Sir.
weapons at your command. You have got the pandemic, you have got the DM Act and also essential commodities. Arey, let me speak. You have got the Essential Commodities Act. You can appropriate the licenses under this act and give them to the companies who can produce it. Remember, we are the largest vaccine producers in the world. Arey, let me speak now. Why are you interrupting every other?
No, tutu meme. No, tutu meme, because there are some very specific questions that I want to ask and that need to be answered. Just by the way, Ansh, because you are clarifying all of these legal points, now the government of India actually 50,000 doses, 50 lakh doses, which were meant for export to UK from the Serum Institute. On the 23rd of March, on the 7th of May, the government of India said that these 50 lakh doses, which were supposed to be sent to the UK, are now going to be used for Indian purposes. Under what law has this been made possible? And if this can be done with 50 lakh doses, why can't we use that same logic for the entire production capacity of Serum Institute?
Padmaja ji, there are certain contracts which AstraZeneca and Serum have, with breaking which will be a grave problem for AstraZeneca, and they are already being sued abroad. So 50 lakh doses, I understand that it sounds great that 50 lakh more doses have come in, and it sounds great that 17 crore doses have been administered today. But if you look at it in a larger perspective, 17 crore doses is what, 12% of our population, and we have started patting our backs on doing such a thing. I must tell you, the only problem today is production and capacity augmentation, which can happen through voluntary licensing and compulsory licensing. I must tell you how good our administration process of vaccines is. In 1998, January 1998, we administered more than 12 crore doses in one day, or polio doses in one day to children under the age of 5. And now, if we have that kind of vaccines, if we have that kind of production, we can augment our vaccine administration to people, get jabs in people's arms, and beat this virus. The only way to beat this virus is to inoculate enough number of people. And thinking that
Absolutely.
we are
So administering it is not the problem. The
Absolutely.
infrastructure is available. The availability is the problem. But I still want to ask you again, how is it that the government of India said that 50 lakh doses of Covishield vaccine earmarked by Serum Institute for export to United Kingdom have now been made available for inoculation of 18 to 44 age group? Isn't this a breach of contract?
These are, I'm sure these are discussions between Serum and the government, and they might have come to some conclusion or some negotiation that they're giving these additional doses. It might just be a loan for now, and later it would be given away. But this is not the larger issue. The larger issue is augmentation of production.
But
the
this
larger
cannot
issue
be the
is,
long-term strategy.
The larger issue is making our own Bharat
This
Ka
cannot be the
vaccine
long-term
available.
strategy. Anurag
Absolutely.
Bhadoria. Anurag Bhadoria, my simple point and hope rather at this stage is that every state and every party जिसने आज चिट्ठी लिखी है अगले कुछ महीनों के लिए अपने डिफरेंसेस अलग रख करके अगर वो कह रहे हैं कि स्टेट्स प्रोक्योर करेंगे, बाद में झगड़ा ना करें कि ये जो आपने प्राइस पे नेगोशिएट किया है वो हमें प्राइस सही नहीं लगता, यहाँ घपला हो गया, उसे ज्यादा मिल गया, मुझे कम मिल गया. कैन वी होप दैट विल हैपन? अनुराग भदौरिया,
मुझे लगता है कि
क्योंकि जो लोकल पॉलिटिक्स हैं, इट ओवरशैडोज द लार्जर गोल ऑलवेज.
मुझे लगता है कि सरकार को विपक्ष की बात सुननी चाहिए, माननी चाहिए, उस पर काम करना चाहिए. सरकार को उसमें पॉलिटिक्स नहीं करनी चाहिए. जैसे मेरे साथी अभी कह रहे थे 12.5%, ऐसा नहीं है. 17 करोड़ लोगों को लगी है सिंगल डोजेस. अगर डबल डोजेस की बात करेंगे तो अप्रोक्स 3.5 करोड़, अगर उसको परसेंटेज में देखेंगे तो हमारी जो पॉपुलेशन है उसका 2.5% लोगों को लगी है. इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि सरकार को एक अपनी सेंट्रल पॉलिसी बनाने की जरूरत है. सरकार को चाहिए कि वो सारी इंपोर्ट करे, जितना मैक्सिमम इंपोर्ट कर सकती हो, जो हमारे देश के अंदर में जिसको लाइसेंस दे सकती है, जैसे भारत बायोटेक के साथ और लोगों को भी लाइसेंस देके यहाँ से जल्दी जितनी ज्यादा से ज्यादा वैक्सीन अगर प्रोड्यूस करेंगे तो लोगों को जल्दी लग पाएगी. एक दूसरी बात, जिस तरह की हम रोज इस पे बैठ के सरकार या केंद्र सरकार रोज डिबेट कराना चाहती, तो उन्होंने तो साफ साफ चिट्ठी लिख के दे दी है कि आपको करना क्या है. पैसे की कमी है नहीं, आपका बजट में 35,000 करोड़ आपने रखा ही था, 35,000 करोड़ आप उस पर लगा दो, हर स्टेट को फ्री वैक्सीन लगवा दो, आपने सेंट्रल विस्टा का प्रोजेक्ट रोक दो, उससे पैसा जो बचता है आप ऑक्सीजन प्लांट लगा दो. इसमें बुराई क्या है? मैं तो सीधी सी बात कर रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, अब सेंट्रल विस्टा पे देखिए, फिर से आ गए, फिर ये राजनीति शुरू हो गई है. आई एम गोइंग टू एंड इट एट दैट. आई थिंक द प्रॉब्लम and its solution is very clear and apparent to all of us. We have the capacity, we do not have the availability. At this point, the most logical thing seems to be that the center procures the vaccines and gives to all the states, and the states leave aside their political differences and cooperate for once for the sake of the people. And as far as that, RP Singh, before I wrap up, let me just tell you कि आप कह रहे थे that it's a state subject, so states will take the decision. Let me tell you that even though you have said that states are going to go and directly negotiate with the private manufacturers, how much they can get from the manufacturers is actually decided by the center. And this is something that the government has said in its affidavit. And let me quote to you, where in your affidavit you said it is submitted that though the states are procuring vaccines from manufacturers, the central government has, in consultation with vaccine manufacturers, determined the pro rata population of each state, and each state will procure only that quantity so that there is no disparity in availability of vaccines between different states. तो आप उनसे कहते हैं जितना मन चाहे जाकर के ले लो, बट कितना उन्हें मिलेगा वो आप डिसाइड कर रहे हो. Sir, there is, the point is you are controlling how much they get. You are controlling who they get it from. So you might as well just get it and then give it to them.
No. I'll tell you what will happen. Tomorrow Gujarat takes away all the vaccine. Then the BJP ki sarkar le gayi. So it has to be pro rata, mean that every state should get whatever they have to get and as per their population. But one state that
Sir,
we will do it.
Initially, when this plan was given, you said let the states go and negotiate in the open market. And open market means कि मैं अपनी जेब में पैसा रख करके जाऊं और जितना मन चाहे मैं जाकर के ले लूं. But if you determine कि मैं market में तो जाऊं, but मैं X amount ही ले सकती हूं, then it's not really an open market, it's a restricted market. The point is, let's leave that aside for the time being. If everyone is in agreement that this seems to be the most logical thing, let's hope that it materializes in our interest. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for having joined me on the first debate.